Okay, good morning. It's September already. Can you believe it? Just making sure that I'm live in the right place, and then I'll turn the camera around. Bear with me. Okay. Oh, nearly pressed the wrong button then and ended the video altogether. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, September. I've just come back from a weekend in Devon, so totally unorganised this morning, but I've done lots of die cutting, and I think I'm going to have a go at making some cards. I don't know whether, for those of you that won't have seen the catalogue yet, I'm going to use the Merriest Trees bundle, and I've also chosen the Snowflake Sky embossing folder to use, so we'll have a look at those. So yeah, so it's only going to be sort of a quick few cards demo this morning, and then tomorrow I'll hop back on at some point. I've not decided on the time yet, but as I said, we go live with our new Christmas catalogue tomorrow, so I'll pop back on with that and I'll be able to share the inside of it with you. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll have a look at these cards. Okay. Right. Okay, so as I say, it's the Merriest Trees bundle today, and I'm just going to show you the stamp set first of all. It's photopolymer, so it makes it really easy for when you're lining like these up. You see, I've used a couple already, the biggest tree, and there's 3 little baubles which I've used, and you get in the dies, you actually get 3 dies to cut those out, so it's a lot easier. There's some lovely, oh, we might well use this one as well. I haven't used that yet, but there's gift boxes. There is a tree trunk. This bit, so it goes on top of the tree, and it's like snow. There's some little stars, some bows, a bigger star for the tree, and then some sentiment. So it's really pretty. The dies I've had out. So as you can see, we've got this one matches the actual big stamp, but then what we've got then is smaller versions, so you can actually make smaller trees out of the one stamp. As you can see, they all layer up, and I've already cut cardstock in each of those layers to have a play with that and see how that works out, layering an actual tree up. So that's those. You've got, these are the little dies for the baubles, so you can cut 9 lots of dies at once, so 9 lots of baubles at once, so that's really good, saves time. You've got, this is the star that I've chosen to use today, so you've got a star and then you've got an overlay bit, so that'll be pretty. This is like a basket die. You can see all the green ink I've got on my fingers. So that's good. That one I think is for the tree trunk. And then you've got different stars, the parcels. This one here is a ribbon. And obviously you've got this gift tag. And this one here is the other ribbon that's in the stamp set. Now this one, you can see it's lots of little holes really, but it comes out like this. So that's, you get literally all of those, and they will decorate the whole of one tree. So we'll be playing with those. What else have I got here? See, there's a gift tag, so you can make gift tags really easily with this bundle as well. This bit is a reinforcer for around the hole, which you can obviously cut out in sort of a coordinating cardstock to give it a bit of different colour. It's got the lovely stitched edge around that as well, which is really popular at the moment. So I'll pop those back so I don't lose any of those. And oh, okay, it's telling me that my filming has ended, but I don't actually think it has. So if you can let me know whether the filming's still going okay, or if there's a problem. Obviously if there's a problem then you won't be able to tell me because you won't hear me. I think it's still going then. Okay, the other thing that I'm using today is the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. Now this came with the Berry Christmas set, but it's really pretty, and I have embossed some pieces already. Okay, so let's pop that out the way as well. Because they're photopolymer stamps, it's a really good idea to stamp on a mat so that you get the best image. But I'm not going to be stamping right this minute because I've already got my stamps and all my die cuts that I wanted to start off with. You'll see all these little bits in a minute, so it's just get these all sorted back out. These are the different sizes, you see, of the tree. Move it along because I haven't got quite enough room to put the last one. But as you can see, it's you could also, you could use these as trees on their own. This one isn't, obviously there's a top, but so you don't have to just have big trees, you can have smaller ones as well. And yeah, the baskets will sit underneath without needing the tree trunk. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to play with this first of all because I want to be able to see what it's like when it's layered up. I've not looked at this yet other than cutting them out, but you could obviously glue them and get quite a good sort of 3D thickness. I'm just thinking you could also maybe just go along the edges with either white ink or with white embossing powder and add some snow onto it. I might do that. I've got my white embossing powder here, so we can have a look, see what it turns out like. Say it might look absolutely rubbish, and if it does, then it does. Just bear with me a moment, I just need to check. Where I am, because it's disappeared again. Okay, I think it's all okay. So yeah, so I'm going to just put some white embossing powder in there, and I've got my Versamark, so I'm going to say we'll just have a play. I'm just going to sort of stick a bit on, see how it comes out. Just brush some of that off because I don't want all that on. Right, bear with me a moment when I turn the heat gun on. I'll just get it warmed up a little bit. More there. It's a bit of sort of a yellowy colour until you've heated it up, and then it goes white. So it's quite effective. I think I will do the bottom of the big one. So again, I'm just literally dabbing in the very bottom edge. And then I'll do these as quick as I can so that you haven't got to listen to this noise. Okay. It's seems a bit of a joke really, doing Christmas and snow today when it's so beautiful outside. Finally a bit of summer. I went down to North Devon at the weekend just for a couple of nights with Matt. We always go at this time of year, or try to, for our wedding anniversary, which is coming up in the week, and my birthday is a few days afterwards, so thankfully we were able to get away this year, and my mum had the dog and the kids. I've got a pair of tweezers for this, which really does help with your fingers not getting burnt. Last little bit. Just put some. I'll just put the embossing powder on it quickly. Like the way, right. Okay, so I just put those aside for one moment to dry, because once the embossing powder has dried, it's hard, but if you smudge it, you can smudge it when it's still warm. So we'll leave it over to there for a moment. Ooh, some of these bits I can't seem to pick up this morning. I'll show you what I mean with these while we're waiting for that, so you can sort of just put them across in sort of little waves like that. So it's you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I've got all of them here. So you can do it like you would a string of lights on your tree. So you can do it as though you're wrapping them around. It's just a case of playing, really. But they do fit. And then these little ones, this is the different. I've probably picked up 2 the same, yeah. Let's find the dark pink one so you can see them. That's the 3 baubles. So they've all got different shape, different pattern. Obviously they can go on your tree in any way you like. Right, let's have a look at this again now then. Okay, so if you're putting this on a normal card front, you're not going to want to use dimensionals because it will make it far too thick. Especially if you're sending it through the post. So you can just glue it flat. So I think that's really quite pretty like that. And you've got the bits there. But I mean, you could, let's have a look. I'm not going to post this anywhere, I don't think, so I'm going to have a go and see what these are like. If we can just stick some dimensionals on and make it a bit more 3D. See what sort of effect that gives us. I've moved my top, I'm sorry, trying to make sure that I'm in sight. I was watching some videos the other week, and I noticed a lot of the time some of the things people were doing you couldn't actually see because their hands were off the camera, and I found it quite annoying. So I try not to do that myself, because obviously if you're doing a demonstration then people need to be able to see what you're doing. Right, so one. And the last one. Okay, so that's quite effective. As you can see, I haven't lined it up 100%, but you won't notice that. Let's get in. This is Snowflake, so just going to lay it. I don't know whether I need a basket really under this one, because would you put a basket inside? I suppose if it's, I suppose you could. And then you find my, I should say I've done a long strip. This is the Speciality Shimmer glitter shimmer paper, and this is Berry Burst. I love this colour. I'm not gluing it at the moment because I just want to make sure that I like what I'm doing. This is the way I sort of plan my cards. I sort of have a play and move things around and scrap things. Just depends on how they turn out really, and whether I like it at that particular time. Okay, so that'd be like that. Now this star that I've cut out, so you get this normal gold star, and then you've got a really pretty one there that's got detail on, and you can use that as it is. Oh, it's the only problem with little bits, isn't it? They're get a bit clumsy, but you can stick that over the top, and then you've got a bit of detail as well on it. So I think I'm just going to stick that on. Let me check my glue's working this morning, and I'm just going to, oh, there it goes, just going to put a tiny little dot in the middle. And on those points, because you don't want loads of glue on it. It's quite fiddly, but I'm sure once I've done a couple of them it'll be a lot easier. Okay, so there's the star. And that will sit, because it'll be glued, it will sit up there somehow. Get off, I've got glue all over my fingers, so it's be like that. So I quite like that. It's quite just clean, and I haven't put a sentiment on it yet, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I'll have a think about the sentiment in a minute. I'm going to actually build this card up properly now. I just have some coffee. Okay, so I've got a basic white card blank, and as usual it's 8 inches by 5 3/4, which is 23 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters, and it's just scored at 4 inches, which is 10 centimetres. Okay, so without totally destroying that, I'm going to first of all layer up my embossing layer, and that one is cut at 1/4 of an inch smaller, so that is 3 3/4 of an inch by 5.5 inches, or 9.5 centimetres by 14 centimetres. Okay, now I'm going to glue this. Work out where do I want it. I might put where I'm going to put the sentiment is what I'm thinking about at the moment. I suppose I could overlap it. I think I'll bring that down, not right the way down to the bottom, but nearly down there, sort of centre it as much as possible by eye. Okay, then the layered tree, and then just give that a press down. Okay, so my star is literally just going to sit on the end there, so it's right, hopefully that will stay. Okay, now with these, I mean, it's ideal to be able to put the glue on the dots, but you don't need to do it on every single dot. I'll do it every couple. And that's the next one. So I'm really looking forward to being able to share with you the inside of the catalogue tomorrow. There's some really nice items in it that will make such fantastic Christmas cards and projects. And now it is September, of course, we are allowed to talk about Christmas. I went to a local garden centre yesterday and I could see they were already starting, well, they'd already started putting out quite a lot of their Christmas things. So making a Christmas card isn't too early. Okay, I'm not going to put any baubles on that because I think that's enough on there. But I'm going to find the stamp set and have a look at these sentiments and see. So there's quite a nice, just a little to you and yours there, which I think will be enough. I could have stamped it onto the layer before embossing it, but I didn't. And my Berry Burst ink pad. I don't know about you, but when I cut down all of my white layers and that, I get loads of bits left over, so I keep more purposely for, you know, for sentiments. Okay, I don't think I need anything that says Christmas really on this one, because it's pretty obvious. Then I'm just gonna cut it down. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight or even. It's just a tiny little sentiment added on. Okay, and I'm going to pop it just up there. Okay, so that's the first card using the Merriest Trees Bundle. Right, let's just get some of these little bits of rubbish out of the way. I end up finding the backs of dimensionals everywhere. Doesn't matter how good you clean up, they still appear. Okay, so I'm afraid I am going to do a bit more heat embossing, because I just want to show you how this one greeting or sentiment fits really nicely in this tree. Obviously I will do other things over the time, because we've got a while being able to use these. As you can see, it will fit really nicely just in there. So my Versamark ink pad. A good inking. Get rid of that. So I'm just gonna give it a bit of a rub down. It just stops it from being quite so static. And I'm going to put it about there. Okay, so as you can see, that's got a nice layer of Versamark on it. I'm just going to cover that now in the white. And pop that out of the way. Actually, I'll put it over there. There we go. So as you can see, it fits really well on there. Just going to leave that for a moment. Oh, bear with me 2 seconds. I've just got to let my dog out of the office. Oh, no. He lies under my bed, but he gets a bit hot, so I did ask him if he wanted to move before I started, and he didn't, so I knew he'd interrupt me. Okay, so I've got another one of these stars. So I'm going to just pop a bit of glue in the middle this time, I think, rather than on all the points. Line it up. And then we've got different baubles. Now I've done them in Berry Burst. The tree's actually in Garden Green, but I've done the baubles in Berry Burst and Bubble Bath, and I think they go really well together. And you can just hang move that, just hang your baubles around. Or you could put little, just wondering actually whether they're still in, I think they're still in the annual catalogue. There was some little yeah, got them somewhere now. Where are they? Just some little like balls, Christmas. This is them. It says red and green adhesive back pearls, but you actually get gold and silver as well. But these are still in the catalogue, so you could stick those on, but they're in the main catalogue, those ones. I might do that, be quicker. And of course the great take your pick tool. One up there. I might put some more on in a minute, I don't know, but right, they're really quick to cover that. So obviously we don't need a sentiment with this one because it's already on the tree. I'm just wondering about, you could, obviously I'm not going to now, but you could put some of these on, like down there and up there. So that would work as well. And I'm going to put these on with some big dimensionals. Ooh. Okay, there's one there. just cut some bits up from the edges of these. I never chuck this out, it's can all be used. Okay, so I'll put that one on. Again, I've got the basket because I haven't done any of the tree trunks, but I think the basket's okay. You can, or it could be a barrel planter, just something. You could do it in different colours, I guess, for make it into a, you know, like a pot or something that would hold an outdoor Christmas tree. I'm gonna pop that one on there, and then again, these are all white on white at the moment, which I think is quite a nice effect for the snowflakes. Though we never, I mean, I can't remember the last time we had snow at Christmas, so but we can hope. Okay, so where have they gone? Right, I'm going to stick another one somewhere, just so that we've got the odd number. I'm going to put it up there. Okay, so that's card number 2. Pop that out the way for a moment. And then this is the stamped image. And I'm going to make some using the balls with this one. I've got a plain white card base, so I've got to decide now whether I'm going to actually be brave and just stamp directly onto here and put a, I think I might put a tree, use the tree trunk this time. Just move that across. Could actually bear with me a moment. I've decided I'm just having a rethink. I know this means using more of the heat gun, but I think it'd be a really interesting way to find out what this looks like. Let me just find my big pad. Okay, so if you, when you rip these off, they stretch out of shape a bit, so if you just lie them flat and then pick them up with your block, once they've sort of gone back to shape. Okay, see how this works. I might have to stand up and try and look over the top of the camera for this. So I mean, this could be snow, or it could be different colours, you know, different shades of green for the tree. So it doesn't have to be. Shake off the excess, right. Okay, sorry about the noise again. Hang on, let me get my... Okay, so just put that to one side a moment. Now, locally where I live, we have a well, it's called a common land, and there's always a tree that's decorated up there for the local sort of animal shelter. And so yeah, so I just, with that in mind, I just thought, well, we can still, even though this has got snow on it, we can still decorate it. I just need to find a tree trunk colour. So I've got Early Express over this. I'm just going to stamp that in the middle, roughly. Okay, so that will sit on there. Again, we'll make the star up. I do like this star with the 2-layer. A bit fiddly, but it is pretty. Having that extra, just having that extra bit of detail. Just let that stick for a minute. So that'll go on there. So I am going to actually glue this straight down. I did stamp it on the other side and I didn't like the image very well. It didn't come out as well as I wanted it to. So, in good old Stampin' Up fashion, we have 2 sides of the card, so we turn it over and start again. Okay, so that's like that. Now I think because these baubles are a bit fiddly, I'm going to use my take your pick tool and see whether this will work. It might not work. Make sure that I hang it up the right way. Put some dangling from the ends of the tree just so that it looks a bit more over, so it looks as though they're hanging off of branches rather than just stuck anywhere. Make sure I get it up the right way, because you can just about see there is a tiny little bit on there that's like the string on the top of the top of the bauble, so make sure you get it up the right way, otherwise your bauble will be hanging upside down. Okay, I want another one sort of over here. So if I got left, I'll put that one there, even though it's pink, darker pink. Right. Okay, you could carry on adding more of them. I've got quite a few left. Just don't want to go too high, but that'll do. Okay, so that's like that, and that will sit. Could sit on a coloured base, but I'm going to put it on a white base because I've got a white base ready. And I am going to just glue that on. So that it's flat. And then I'm going to put a sentiment on that's not, what am I going to use? Let me just have a look. Hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season, love and joy. So there's the ones in there are quite nice, but I'm just going to have a look, see what other ones I've got. See if one of the others will suit it now. I've just got to find them all. So there's one that's in the stars at night that says celebrating the magic of the season. So that could be used. I think, sorry, just checking, I'm pretty sure there's one in the annual catalogue that carried over. Yeah, brightest glow. So this one was in last year's mini and it carried over, so I think I'm going to use one of these actually, because there's like this one's to you and yours this Christmas, season's greetings. So they're quite nice because they're flat, so, you know, they're sort of, they can be done on a line. Right, now I need to find another block. So all of mine I've got stamps on, bear with me. Let's get that off. Okay, now I am going to stamp this on a piece of card, simply because
I don't want to stamp it directly now onto the finished card, just in case. I just need to find one of my scraps that will fit, so that's okay. And I'll bring back in my berry burst. It's not very straight on the bottom, but it's okay. I'm just going to cut round it. Okay, and this bit will go on dimensionals now. So I'll just get a couple of the dimensionals. And pop that down the bottom there. And then I'm just going to add a couple of little gold just leave it like that. I think just a couple of little gold balls on the sentiment. Okay, so we have 3 lovely tree cards made using different parts of the Merriest the Merriest Trees. So I hope you've enjoyed watching those, and it's inspired you to pop that on your list and have a play with it yourselves, ready for Christmas this year. Okay, as I say, I'll pop back tomorrow with the new catalogue. I'll post what time I'm going to be on, and we'll have a look through the new catalogue together, and you'll be able to see more of the great products. Okay, thanks for joining me. Bye.